wow, whatever. Now, recently, a resident spotted a venomous snake on Dubai's beach shores. Now, sea snakes at the beach are not uncommon, and about 6 to 5 snake species. About 5 to 6 snake species live in the UAE's waters and are unthreatening to swimmers unless subject to mistreatment. Now, some common species in the UAE include the Belcher's sea snake, yellow-bellied sea snake, Arabian Gulf sea snake, and the ornate reef sea snake. With cooler months slithering in, sea snakes will more frequently swim around shallow coastal waters to feed on small fish and mate, since they prefer cooler temperatures, and retreat back to the deeper waters as temperatures peak in the summer months. Now, on Friday, September 24th, a Dubai resident spotted a snap of he took a snap of a sluggish sea snake from the Hydrophis family, and that was bent over a pole and down at the Dubai beach, and immediately cautioned his family and friends of the incident via his Instagram. Now, his Instagram handle is Ken Mac Show, if you guys want to check it out.
And before you panic, although it's poisonous, Belcher's sea snakes have a timid temperament and only actually attack if they feel threatened in any way. So don't threaten them. And should you get bitten by a sea snake, rush to the nearest hospital, because bites from certain species can be fatal. Now, if you spot a snake in your backyard or other residential areas, authorities urge you that you call Dubai Municipality, and their number is 800 900, instead of taking matters into your own hands. And if you were thinking of taking a matter into your own hand like a snake, that would be ridiculous, so don't do it. But I think the key points here, it was a shocking image that I think that really grabbed attention, because we never really see these sea snakes. But though, obviously, like you said, although they're threatening, it's not uncommon to see them, and we don't actually, they won't bite you unless they feel threatened. Yeah. So just steer clear. Give animals the space to just relax in their ecosystem.
Very true. Exactly. We're going into their habitat, so of course, like, there is no reason to be like, oh my god, you know, this place is full of snakes. Like, you're going into
That's a good photo, though. That's why people are like, because I got it on a pole, and I'm like, did you pick up the pole, or was the snake already there?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's fine.
If you do spot them at residential areas in your backyards, which was common like a couple of years ago, and I think since then the Dubai municipality has done a lot of pest control and a lot of sprays to keep snakes away. Like, you know, in the residential areas near close to the desert, like Arabian ranches and all those specific parts, they have done a lot of spraying to keep snakes away, repellents.
Interesting.
But if you do spot, you should call the municipality, of course, and not try to handle the situation yourself or get a pole or try to kick the snake away. Like, don't. Just don't. Because, you know, you have those people who try to, you know, they just want to put on that hero cape and play around.
And see I can't even. I didn't have snakes growing up at all. Like, snakes are very foreign to me. We didn't have them in our garden.
Would you freak out if you saw one?
If I saw a snake wild, because I just, like, I imagined, you know, they were in picture books we grew up. It was like anacondas that like twist around you and stuff.
Would you freeze, or would you just find the strength to go inside and call the phone, ring up the municipality?
Oh, if I thought of, I think you would. It would depend, because if there's a wasp around me, I always freeze, because I'm told to, if you fluster yourself, you'll get bitten. So I think it would depend. Like, if I was right beside it and it was curling up my leg, I think I would freeze, because you're meant to freeze, right?
Yeah. Any sudden movement.
But if I'm near a phone, I'm picking the phone and I'm screaming down it.
But yeah, I was like, just speaking of the desert, when I spoke to this one guy who heads to the desert a lot, I was just asking about desert snakes, and he's like, see, it's there, of course, it's their habitat, you can't completely get rid of them when we were going for a safari. And he's like, if you threaten them, of course, as a form of self-defense, they will just protect themselves and bite back. Otherwise, they stay clear and try to stay away from. As soon as they detect movement, they just go the other way. You know. But if you go near where they kind of have their homes, not shelter, where they build their little nest, then if they have babies and stuff to get protective, they get a little, you know, aggressive. So you always have to be careful of not going near branches. I mean, the leaves and branches.
Yeah, so that's desert snakes. That's some good information.
Desert snakes.
Steer clear, especially if they're mothering.
Or if you're in the sea, stay clear of coral reefs.
You were doing. I'm just reading a comment from Beehive Blogs. You were doing so much of. It's a tongue twister. It